welcome back to the channel. It's day 21 of NaNoWriMo and day 112 of the process of working on this novel. All in all, the day was kind of like yesterday in that it was really busy, but not as bad. I had to work outside, and I ended up going and doing some hiking later in the evening, so that was nice. I took a few pictures while I was out. Today I've noticed I'm feeling the effects from yesterday, having done so much and only having like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep. You know, it's just not enough. So I've been a little tired and sleepy and kind of worn out this evening. Yeah, I was also going to mention, in conjunction with that, I posted another picture on Twitter with a little quote, and I noticed today that I had lost a follower, which was sort of surprising. I mean, you know, I don't post a lot on there, so it's not like my post would be like spam in someone's feed. It just seems strange to me. I think currently I'm following 10 people. No, that's wrong. I'm following like 20 people, or 20 plus, and currently I only have 9 people who are following me back, so that whole thing is really weird in my opinion. It's sort of like, I would almost say there's a lack of reciprocation. You know, it's just, it's odd to me. If I go on there and I see that someone followed me, unless they spam their feed a lot, and I think it's going to mess mine up or something, I'm probably going to follow them back. In my mind, it's just sort of a nice thing to do, and particularly if they're writing or they're making posts about writing. I mean, you know, I don't see that it's a huge issue, and I kind of think it's, you know, it's a decent thing to do if someone goes out of their way to follow you or whatever. So this whole thing of, like, you know, being on there and adding people and not getting anything back, you know, that's just, it's bizarre, man. Like, I don't know. So this video is not a ramble about that. It's just something that I noticed. Yeah, all in all, the writing went okay so far. I started a little earlier tonight, so I was glad about that. I got started around 8, and I wrote until 10. It's almost 10:30 now. I wanted to go ahead and shoot this video so I could take care of that. I had a moment of inspiration while I was writing tonight. A moment of intuition, really, and a scene occurred. I haven't written it yet, but I wrote down the notes for it. It'll be a point in the future where the time traveler that I've talked about meets the antagonist in my story for the first time. So I'm interested to see how that plays out in the draft when I get to that stage and I start to write it. But yeah, I'm winding down still, and yet the scene I had been talking about, I mean, mostly that one is done. Like, I'm in another transitional phase where I'm trying to get my characters to go to bed. They have a tendency to talk a lot, you know, and it's like, okay, go to bed so you can sleep, and then we can move on, you know, to the next phase. So I don't know if they took that back after me, you know, staying up too late and writing and not going to bed, but either way, they talk a lot, and it can be hard to manage. That's really all I've got for this episode, you know. Like, I don't have anything sketched out to read, and it's just been one of those days. It's go, 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 and then, you know, stop and write, and so that's what I'm trying to do. My hope is to try to go to bed a little earlier tonight. If I can stay focused on the writing, you know, maybe I can get in bed by 3, and that would be an improvement compared to like 5. So we'll see how that turns out. I hope all of you are well. I hope your stories are continuing to move forward. I would just say keep writing. Try to love what you write. Try to love your story and your characters if you can. And if you don't love them, do whatever you got to do to change them. Or, I mean, you know, sky's the limit. Going back to Twitter, if you have opinions or advice on that, you can leave a comment there below. Also, as I mentioned this sometime a while back, like, most of these videos are just sort of me and my day and a little bit about the writing. So if you have questions about the writing or the story, just ask them in the comments. I'll find a way to give some sort of decent answer in the next video. So if you have feedback, certainly lend it. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a good night.